back.
Yep, we're back.
Yep,
So,
we're back.
What's going down? Lay it down, Mike. Come on.
So yeah, we've been gone. There was no podcast this week. We had some personal issues with myself, but with that, we've gotten better at. We're not gonna. We probably won't be able to have them anymore weekly.
Yeah.
Especially we don't have any kind of dynamics of what we're gonna do for the show yet. We haven't made anything yet. We're just like running our mouths right now. Until we have more concrete, we will do them weekly. But for now, they'll come out when they come out. I mean, granted, they won't be like months apart. They'll be like a couple weeks. Give us time to think of something.
Get more interesting stuff to say. Maybe even have what's called have like more people or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we just want to have more time to basically bring better material.
Yeah, I mean, the only material we had are like
yeah. I mean, it went well because it was just the beginning, So we had stuff, to go on.
Yeah, and
just like introductions and whatever.
Yeah, so like now we have a better idea of what we're gonna do. In that instance, like we have some changes we're gonna make to the podcast. One of them being the name. We don't have a name yet for it. We have ideas, but nothing's set in stone yet. But the only reason why we're changing the name is just like we don't want the channel to be the same name as the podcast. So for us, like we want to make more than one show, more than just the podcast. So we're gonna make like right now we've been doing some like gameplay stuff.
Yeah.
We recorded some Hearthstone yesterday.
Hearthstone, yeah.
I've been recording. I don't know if anybody's seen it, but I recorded some Gears of War clips. Uploaded them.
Oh yeah, saw those.
It's really douchey when you have to upload your own clips. Really, like I was like, dude, please give me something else to edit. It looks really douchey. But that's ideas we have. One of the ideas we also have, we talked about it last podcast with Mikey, was we want to make his cooking show, something he's been wanting to do, and that's something we've been really looking forward to doing, and hopefully we'll have ideas to do that. And speaking of which, we do have Mikey here with us today.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so,
what's up, guys?
Yeah. So, me and I was talking. Like, we want to make this this podcast is mine and his. This is our show, and for your show, we want to make your show, and we'll be there to help you record and record audio and video, whatever you need. But it is your show. You get to choose who you want to have on it, who you don't want on it. Do you want people? Or if you want yourself, that's fine. Yeah. And that's your show. We won't mess with it. We will help you out, edit it, and everything. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of the new show we have. Also for the setup we've had, since it's me and Alex, both of us will be doing the podcast, and we'll always have a guest with us. And if not a guest, we'll have audience. If we don't have a guest, we will have some audience members.
Yeah.
Granted, it's only 2, so I don't know if you call 2 people an audience.
Yeah.
But today we do have another guest with us. We have one of our good friends, Mason.
Yeah, hello guys. I'm Mason, and I've been friends with these guys forever.
Yeah.
Forever
beyond.
Yeah, forever
Seems
being
forever.
a couple years. But Mason isn't actually he isn't in any of our videos, I don't think.
No, I don't.
No, I'm not.
Are you
Not even in
videos?
the voiceovers. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're there, but you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
He's probably
I'm
the guy
recording or
laughing.
something. Yeah, or laughing.
But he is one of our closest friends that I've been wanting to have on the podcast also. He's one of our friends that we've been wanting. Alex shaking his head no.
What?
You know what?
No, I'm
Whatever, Alex.
Yeah.
But so with this whole thing we're doing is last week we had our last podcast we had Mikey. We were kind of letting him go on about his life and stuff, and we were asking. We didn't ask you a bunch of questions, did we?
Nope.
Like we were kind of letting you talk, and like I like that. It was really cool. Like that's something we've
I think
been doing.
the only question you and Alex gave me is like just, or I guess it wasn't really a question. It was just like how I met the both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we asked that one time how old you were, and that was.
Oh, yeah.
So like for this, like we decided that for Mason, like we're gonna we have questions set for you.
Yes, that works.
So like that's better for us. Like you kind of give you a place to start and end and everything. So like I guess our first question was just pretty much like you already answered. I guess like how long have you been our friend, and ours being mine, Mason,
That's Alex.
ours Alex, and Mikey.
Yeah. Okay. Well, again, I'm
You
Mason.
can also start from, you could also start from who you met first. So you don't have to.
I think I met Mikey first. It was either Mikey or Alex, because it was in 7th grade.
Yeah. We both had the same teams together.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know if I had the same team with Alex. It might have been you.
I don't know
Alex was in Armada.
Were you in Armada?
Yeah, I was in Armada.
Oh, then yeah, we were on the same team.
You probably just didn't have him for a class.
Yeah, I had you for class, Mikey.
I had you for class, and then I would see you like every morning because you would always hang out with that V kid, because I don't want to say his name.
V kid.
Yeah.
Voldemort.
Yeah, we'll call him he who shall not be named.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
So I met Mikey first. We weren't really like close, but we I guess talked at times, but not really. And we didn't really start talking until high school.
Like high school?
Yeah.
Because that's when we all literally started hanging out, because everybody would go either play games or just play basketball at Adrian's house.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no specific moment where I met Mikey. I think we just kind of, just like...
acquaintances at first?
Yeah, and then throughout high school, that's when we became closer.
Yeah,
So-
I had you, I think, for more classes, that's why.
Yeah, did I have you for
Garcia, yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun class.
Well, I think that's pretty much all our relationship with all of us. Like there was no like not that there wasn't any specific moments, but it kind of like we all eventually just met and became friends. Like either through basketball, someone who knew someone from basketball, which was Mikey, who knew Jason,
Or someone who hated me,
or someone who hated you. Alex.
I wonder if I said this like on the previous podcast when I think it was like one of the first ones.
Yeah.
I mean, not that we have a lot, right? But it was like
it was the first one.
I think it was the first one. Yeah, where I was talking about Mason and I had said that like that when we met it was 7th grade basketball, I guess, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and we played 1-on-1 and
I was
beat
gonna
you.
say that today, yeah. No,
I beat you at 1-on-1.
No,
dude.
no.
And you guys remember on the last podcast I said he'd probably deny it, and he is denying it. But it's true, I did beat him.
He did not beat me because I don't mean to brag, but I've always been the better player than Alex. So.
Well, the jury's still out on that one.
Yeah. So with Mike, I guess, he was like all over the country and like his elementary and junior high. So.
Yeah, so I really didn't meet you till high school.
Yeah.
And even then, like, I knew you my freshman year. But I didn't, like, talk to you. I don't even know if Mason was your real name.
Yeah, well, you were just in your own world at
yeah,
that time.
My freshman year was probably my more darker, like, hour than like, the rest of my high school. Yeah. But, yeah, like, it wasn't until, like, sophomore year that, like, I met Adrian through that. And, like, like with him, I was, like, the gateway to all you guys. But I had already known Danny and Alex the year before. So like with that, like what was your first impression of when you met Mikey, when you met Alex, when you met me?
When I met Mikey,
it better be something good.
Yeah, I hated him just like Mike. Yeah, he was that kid who would,
take notes too fast.
No, I mean, it's hard to say because I guess I thought he was cool. He was alright, I guess. No, but when I look back on it now, he was like really short and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay.
Everybody's short to you.
Well,
you're
yeah,
you're 6'100".
6'100".
By the way, guys, I'm 7'3", so no, I'm just kidding. I'm still like 5'6".
No, I was like 5'10", 11 in junior high. So I was towering over everyone.
I was like 5'4".
And you still are.
I grew 2 inches. I'm 5'6".
No, yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to remember my first impressions, but
Well, you kind of have an idea.
yeah. Well, with Alex, I remember he came on like really quick. Like,
Whoa.
like I don't know.
As I usually do.
Like, I don't know. We just started like talking, and we started like playing one-on-one together, and then, you know, him always saying that he beat me, but of course he did not. But
So is that like just instantly became friends from then on?
Probably because we were both like tall, so we had we had that in common. And at the time I was rocking long hair, you know.
And then in 8th grade, we pretended to be cousins. Actually, in 8th grade,
that's true. We fooled a lot of people because a lot of people kept thinking we were related.
Yeah, our teacher.
Yeah, I remember that was funny.
Reading teacher. She said, didn't she talk to your mom about it?
Yeah.
Like she was like, I have your nephew who makes it.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Like, what?
My mom came to the junior high once to talk to one of my teachers because she was on the PTA or whatever. And and she was talking to the teacher, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I have one of your nephews in my class with Alex." And I was like, she was like, "Nephew? Like I don't have any nephews here." He's like, "Yeah, your nephew Mason." He's like, "He's not my nephew." And then she like told us the next day. She like got mad or whatever.
Yeah, so
that was pretty funny.
Those are fun times, pretending to be related.
So that's always so weird because like mine and your last name are the same.
Yeah. So I've always wondered if we are related down
the
line.
I still don't know, and I want to know if like just not just because our last names are Garza, but like we both live here. Mm-hmm. You know, who knows? Yeah. But like I get like for me, I can't remember like my first impression. I guess like for my this probably happened. I might have been just me thinking about it now, but I was like, there was no way I was ever gonna be friends with the tall person. So I was like, me and Mason are never gonna be friends. But it wasn't until like sophomore year that we became. But it probably wasn't even until like junior year.
I was thinking that because sophomore year I was on varsity.
You were on varsity, and I was on sophomore JV Light. Yeah, so and I didn't even play.
I knew Adrian and Danny and them pretty well, but Mike, I guess you started becoming friends with them at that time, right?
Yeah, I was more friends with Adrian sophomore year. Okay. It wasn't until junior year I was more friends with Danny, and then I guess my senior year is when me and you, because we had every class together, but like lunch and like basketball. Yeah. So it was like that senior year. That's when we became like good, really good friends, and even to now, like we still are. But that's kind of, that's really crazy. Like just remembering all that. Like I was probably the last one to be friends with you.
Yeah, I think so. Or
close.
Yeah, close. Yeah, one of the last.
Yeah. So what else are you doing now? Like, what are you doing now in life? Like,
I'm just a student right now, trying to finish.
What are you? Well, you tried. The last time I remember asking you, you were a sociology
major. Yeah.
Are you still doing that?
I'm still doing that. Yeah, it's hopefully my last semester. So.
Wow.
Everybody's graduating.
Finally. Yeah. Alex over here, Mr. Graduate.
Hell yeah, man! I'm so glad to be out of college.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but gotta finish.
Well, you still got me where I'm thinking of changing my major again.
Really?
Yeah.
To what?
I think about doing this actually, like going to school for
podcasting.
For podcasting. Yeah.
Podcastology.
No, like doing editing stuff and like maybe do stuff for like media, like production. The news or production and stuff.
Pretty good.
Video stuff, and I'm like, you know what, I wish like I knew that's what I wanted to do like when I got out of high school, especially because the lady who like advised me was like, you already have 12 hours in video in media tech, and that was all the video editing stuff I learned. Was like, why didn't I just take it? So I was like, and now I'm like, I love art. I'll probably minor in art so I don't lose all my credits, but I can go back to school to edit and then graphic design. So I have graphic design and editing, and that could land me a job, in the media. And I'm like, that'll be well, and then it helps me out with this because this doesn't help me out because I am practicing. I am doing my edits and my Photoshop skills, my editing, video recording, and even now, like I see stuff and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, like, I'm a psychology minor, and now that I look back on it, I wish I would have minored in something in the production area because, I mean, I'm involved at my church a lot, and I do a lot of their videoing, camera, and just their like audio and technical production. So
that'll also go back to my first impression because I did remember. Was it junior year when we started going to church with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I was remembering this yesterday with Isaac. I was like, dude, we're talking about our favorite foods, and I was like, you know, my favorite food is spaghetti. And he's like, you know what, spaghetti is my favorite. And I was like, the one at Olive Garden. And then I was like, dude, I'm not even lying. You know who spaghetti is awesome? Yeah. Mason's mom. Mason's mom's spaghetti is the most amazing thing. And I was like, dude, oh my god, I want to go to Mason's house right now and just tell your mom, can you make me some?
We need to have just a
dude, you say this all the time.
I know.
I never got invited for spaghetti night.
I'm sorry, Mikey. Next time. All right.
Dude, I was like, just like, man, I could taste it. I was like, oh, I need it again. It's amazing.
Yeah, every Wednesday almost, right? Before church, like after school, we'd all go with my mom.
Go to your mom's. Your mom would feed us. We'd play Guitar Hero. Yeah. We'd all try to attempt to shave your mustache off.
Yeah, which you succeeded once.
Just succeeded, but it cost me being almost permanently on your wall.
Yeah, I was kind of upset, but you know, it's whatever now.
It's whatever now. You have a bigger mustache now than you did back then.
Along with the beard.
With the beard now.
So it doesn't look like really Mexican.
Yeah. No, it's just a mustache.
That's it. So yeah, that goes to like our next question we had was like our favorite memory. And I forgot my favorite memory. I wasn't the shaving you. I know it wasn't the shaving you. Or what favorite memory you have of us?
Favorite memory?
Oh, you know what? I remember now. And it's going to sound really like cheesy. But it was every time going to church with you at Palm Valley.
Those wow, man, that's cheesier than cheddar.
Yeah, it sounds cheesy.
That's like, you know, cheesier, it's not like a funny moment, but it was one of my favorites. Yeah. It impacted me a lot, so that's why it's my favorites.
Well, you can always go back.
I could, but yeah. So what's your favorite memory, Alex? From Mason.
Freak, I don't know. Favorite memory.
Wasn't the cousin thing?
Nah.
That was funny though.
My favorite memory, Mason, is always having you in my life.
Aww. Sweet.
Alright, I retract my cheesy statement.
Just kidding. I don't care about Mason.
What about yours, Mikey?
Dude, oh my god. I was gonna say in the one, but it was when we had that car hit us going to go have lunch.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my god.
That's
okay, so anyways.
Like
it's not my favorite memory, but that's like a memory I'm always gonna have with Mason because I don't think I've ever been in a car accident with anybody, with any of you guys. I mean, there was a little fender bender with Jason, but this one was kind of like a little fender bender too.
It was just
we had gotten out of, I had a long, I don't know why, don't ask me why, but I had a long, break period in between classes when I was going to school. So Mason would get out around 12 or 11:30, and so we'd go and have lunch at my uncle's restaurant. So we were driving. Amazing. Yeah. Shout out to House Wine
sponsor.
And so on our way over there, we were coming down. What is it?
It was Old 83.
Old 83. Yeah. We were literally at a stoplight, or in line at a stoplight, and we're at a complete stop. And as soon as we felt the car hit Mason's truck from the back, our immediate reaction was just we both just stopped and looked right at each other, and we were both just dude. And so we pulled over to the side, and nothing happened to Mason's truck. I mean, the car that hit us, their front bumper got totally messed up.
That reminds me of a memory I had with Mason where he would drive me off from when we were at Adrian's house or something. And then that cop pulled us over.
That was the scariest thing in my life.
Yeah, you didn't have your license yet.
I did not have my license yet. It was 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And it was a state trooper too.
Wow. And he was like, "Do you have a license?" No. And you're he's like, "Yeah, and you had your wallet in the middle." So he had made you go outside,
Yeah,
and
he
he
was
was
like, step outside or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay.
and then he was like, "Where's his wallet?" I was like, "I didn't steal it." Like, what? And I was like, he's like, "Did he ask you?" I don't know. He's like, he said it's in the car. Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, and then I grabbed it and I was like, oh, where's his license? I was like, like he doesn't have a license. Me and you were the only, like one of the only ones that didn't have a license. I was like, here, and I gave you your ID. He's like,
yeah.
It says here you have a license.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing ever.
That was the weirdest thing ever, dude.
I did not have my license, and his little computer system, like, said I did have my license, and so I got away with like a warning.
It was probably like another Mason.
Or, well, my first name's John.
Yeah.
So it was probably like another John.
There's another John Garza or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the craziest thing. Cause like even then, like that, like same month or whatever, I got pulled over coming home from work, and I didn't have my license. I was like, oh. It was like the scariest moment. But the guy was like, "Your tail light's out. Where do you live?" And I was like pointed right behind me. I was like, "I live right there." He's like, "All right, just got here." I was like, "Damn it, dude."
Yeah. And we were so close to your house too.
Yeah, we were right behind my house.
Close.
Remember? Because
yeah,
you had to drop me off in the corner because my house was like right there.
Yeah.
So we were driving behind the street where it was like empty.
And supposedly I like passed that white line or the stop sign.
Yeah.
I like passed it a little bit or whatever. And so he had to stop me.
He was like nowhere around us. He like came out of the trees or something.
I did not see him. Was I in my truck?
Yeah, it was the truck you have now, the gray
They
one.
probably thought we were smuggling something because I have that cover.
Yeah, because you have that cover too. Yeah. That's.
We weren't smuggling anything. Just.
Yeah, a lot that we know of.
Yeah, but that was funny now that I look back on it.
Okay, so now I remember my favorite moment. It was the Underoath concert.
Oh yes,
dude.
I knew it was gonna be a concert.
Yeah.
That was
our first concert.
That was our. It wasn't. Was it? Yeah, it was our first concert together, but it wasn't our first concert because we went.
Was
to
it in Montana?
Treyu. We went to Treyu first,
yeah.
and then we went to the Underoath concert.
It was just me and you, though.
Yeah, that was the strangest concert because it was like it started off like regular, then it was like techno, and then it was rap, and then it was like August Burns Red, and that's where like we got raped.
Yeah.
I got raped by those three huge guys that were like jumping on me like. I was like, I'm like 5'6", and they're like 6'3", jumping on me. I was like, oh my god. I had to like hug you to like maintain my balance.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember this. Like I was telling like Isaac that I was like it was so packed that I was no longer stepping on the ground. That like my body was clamped by people, and then like I was just moving with the crowd. I could no longer touch the ground. I was like, "Oh, I guess we're going this way." Oh. And like that was like the scariest thing. I was like, we didn't even stay front rows. We were like,
we were so tired and
we were just like,
beat up.
Let's get out of here.
That was a rough
we stayed
concert.
for what, Seosin, and then we left.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Seosin.
Yeah, we stayed for Seosin and we left. And it was like, I was like, dang, our shoes were destroyed.
Yes, I remember that. It was one of the roughest concerts I've ever been to.
Yeah, so
really,
yeah, I've been to a lot of concerts,
and that's
I know that's why I said really. Like you've been to a lot.
Well, look, think about it this way: Las Palmas is like 2 inches, and having to fit like 80 people there,
Yeah, that's true.
fitting like not even 80, like it was like what 100, maybe more.
No,
maybe like
it was like 200-300 maybe.
Yeah, like maybe 200 people, and it's like a super small, like stage.
Yeah.
So it's like. Everybody's there. It wasn't even there in the open where we saw it at Treyu, and then it was like literally.
Yeah, I think I know what you guys are talking about because I went to go see the Spasmatics a couple months back. No, in January.
Yeah, a couple months.
February, no?
January. It was January.
Really, already that long?
Because I went for my friend's birthday.
Oh yeah.
Your face. But yeah, so it was like that was like the hardcore experience, and like that doesn't even like. Well, I don't know. Maybe Linkin Park was probably more for me because I was like dying.
That was great.
That was amazing, and that's usually like all our memories with you is either all our memories are either like concerts or the church for me and you, and that's pretty much it after high school. It was just a bunch of concert stuff. Have you gone to any other concerts?
Not lately. I mean, I went to San Antonio maybe a couple years back to Watched some other bands, Memphis May Fire, For Today. That was kind of rough too, but nothing like what we experienced.
It's funny. I also went to Passion
yeah.
last year,
Yeah.
not this year, but last year. And she was like, "Yeah, it's like a huge concert. There was chairs, and like we were sitting down, and I was like, there's chairs at the concert." He's like, "Yeah, it's not a concert. The concert doesn't have chairs. It's just like an open field,
Yeah.
and everybody's pretending like you are a chair, and they'll stand on you and throw you."
Yeah, I don't go to concerts where there's chairs. I've only been to one concert where I actually did sit down. It was kind of weird.
Was it like a VIP section or what?
I was like on the 4th row. I don't know if you guys remember the band Flyleaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I actually won tickets at my church.
What?
Really?
Yeah, like
Oh,
it
cool.
was cool because my pastor was like, "Hey, sit right there." And I was like, "Okay." Like,
So you didn't win
So you
anything.
didn't win them. You're
well,
given.
yeah, I guess.
So it was given to you,
Yeah.
cheater.
I mean, I didn't know at the time.
You do not lie and cheat at a church.
Come on, cuh.
Well, he was right. He told me to sit down. I was like, "Okay, that's so weird. Like, he didn't tell us where to sit." And then this like promoter guy or whatever. Back then it was called Dodge Arena. Now it's State Farm.
Yeah. That's
That's
crazy.
That's right. It is
Yeah,
State
owned
Farm
by
Arena.
Alex.
That's right.
Yeah, sponsor.
Yeah. So yeah, he told me to sit there, and then the promoter guy, he was like, "All right, everyone, look under the chairs, whatever." And I looked under my chair, and there was 2 tickets, 4th row, and I was like, "Wow,
Wow.
I just won these."
That's crazy.
And I took a
Cheater.
No, it was given to me. I did not cheat in any way, so I ended up taking a friend.
Why you gotta cheat, cuh?
You
sorry.
took a friend? I don't remember going with you.
I don't remember going with you either.
Me
It's
neither.
'cause I didn't like you guys.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Also, you took Voldemort?
No, I didn't. I took someone that I cannot say right now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that was awesome. Those are probably we went to the Atreyu, which was our first one. We went to the Under Oath, me and
Mhm.
you. The next one will be the Event Sevenfold one that we went into Corpus Christi, right?
Yeah.
The next one after that would the next one would be Event Sevenfold again, right, in Houston.
In Houston, yeah.
And then did you come with us to Lincoln Park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The River City Rock.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you went with us.
Yeah.
And
That was fun.
that one was, dude. I wanted to cry, man.
Well,
Like,
yeah, they're
Linkin
like
Park.
your favorite band, so
Linkin
Yeah.
Park's been my favorite band since like,
That was a great concert.
I saw the videos.
dude, since I was like, whenever they came out, in 2000, so like
Yeah.
This would
Dude,
be like
yeah, 2000.
15, 16. They like in October in October
Mhm.
of 2000 they released their album, the first album.
Hyper
Wow.
Theory.
Yeah, so it's like I've been a fan 15 years. Like that, like blows my mind. Even when I was doing a project for them, it was like, not for them. I was doing a project. I was doing a project of them
Yeah.
for class, and they told us to research our favorite song and when it came out. And literally, like that day that I went to go look at it, it was their anniversary for their 15th year. I was like, wow. I was like, how like. That was an interesting to have, like, when we present our work. I was like, yeah, then like, and this song is 15. Today is 15 years
Yeah.
old, and it was like, I was like, wow, like that's like hardcore coincidence. And it's like 15, like a solid number. It's not
Yeah.
like their 13
yeah.
year and then 4 months.
Yeah.
It was like exactly their 15th year. I was like, wow, that's awesome. And so like that was probably like my favorite moment, and I spent with all you guys except Mikey, but.
Yeah.
He was there
and
in spirit.
Yes.
Every time he kept singing "In the End," I was like, "In the
Why
end,
did you go?
Mikey will always be with
I think
us."
Do
more
you
than
remember?
likely every time that, not that I've never wanted to go to concert with you guys, but I guess because of work.
Yeah.
Like, not that I couldn't
right.
ask for the days to get off, but I guess I just didn't want to miss that many days. Or even at that, you guys would go like what during the weekend, right?
How long did we go? We
Yeah, it
went
was the
for.
weekend.
I know for
Uh,
sure the Corpus one you guys went during the weekend. Because I know you guys came back like on a Sunday.
Oh,
I'm
I
not too
called
sure
in.
about.
It was a whole weekend because I remember I called
Yeah.
in for work.
Oh yeah.
I went all the way to Houston and I was like, "Hey, something happened. I can't be at work today." And they're like, "Okay, no worries."
And then that was for the Corpus one, or for the
No, it was for
Houston.
the
No, that's
Houston.
the Houston
And
one.
then I know you guys invited to the
So
what was
it's
it, the River Rock or
River
no
City Rock
River
Fest.
City Rock Fest, and I wasn't able to make it to that one either because of work.
Dude, it freaking poured like the day before.
The Houston concert?
Yeah, no, the San Antonio one.
Oh, yeah.
I remember we had like flood warnings.
Yeah,
and stuff. It was
that's
like,
true.
I was
that
like-
night.
yeah, the
remember?
night
It was
before
the
we
night.
went to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that was
Dude, that was
really
crazy.
hardcore.
It was tornado warning.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That was what it was. It was tornado warning, and that was just like, dude. When me and Danny went to go get the pizzas, it was like we were gonna die. We were gonna float away. And I was like, man, if it rains tomorrow, I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
Especially because it rained on us in the Event Sevenfold concert in Houston.
Dude, I was
Wow.
gonna say, like, that was a really wet concert.
Yeah.
Dude, and it was
On a
cold.
Yeah, it was
And it
cold.
was
Yeah,
cold.
It was cold. That's true.
Yeah. People sliding down that hill we were on.
Yeah.
That was
And
crazy.
that chick getting in a fight with everybody.
Yeah.
That was a
scary.
fun concert, though. Like,
Yeah,
It was
it
really...
was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regardless of all that, like, it was probably one of my favorite ones.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, the Corpus one was alright. Like, it was just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's normal compared to all the other ones we've had. So, yeah, that's been...
We were way closer with the Corpus one, though. Like, closer to the band.
Oh, I was like,
Oh.
I mean,
I was
we're
like,
still
no.
friends now, Jason.
I mean, with the band.
Yeah, we were pretty close.
Yeah, we were close. I
And the
remember.
Event Sevenfold concert, we were in the lawn, so we were, like,
Yeah.
super far away. But it was... You can still hear the music, and
Yeah,
it was still
still
amazing.
perfect.
Yep.
But no, that was fun. We need to go to another concert too. I need
Seriously,
another
we
road
do.
trip,
I mean,
or just a road trip in general. We need to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
To the
wanting to.
island. We've been talking about.
Oh, this guy.
No, I know it's not like a road trip, but we've been talking about going fishing.
That's true.
I've been wanting to fish so
Right?
bad, dude.
That's a little road trip. I mean, we don't need to go. It's not like we need to go to freaking California.
that's what I meant. Like we
Oh,
need
we
to
could.
Go.
Why not?
Yeah, we could do that. We can go to Star Wars Land.
Yes.
Harry Potter World.
Nah, I already been there.
Oh, fine.
Just because you have been
done
there,
that already.
Shut up.
I would do it again. It's
Yeah.
freaking awesome.
you were just like, nah.
Yeah, I know. I was just like putting it down and nah, but I would do it again.
I'm actually going to New York during the summer.
Oh, this guy.
I'm going to California in the summer.
Really?
Yeah, for a
Oh,
week.
I'm going,
Oh, where are you going?
somewhere in the
Yeah.
summer too.
Where are you going, Mikey? Huh? During the summer?
In the summer, we rented a private island in Cabo.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding. I don't know.
We went to 2 islands.
No,
I
actually,
own an
I think
island.
I might be going to
Vegas.
Alaska again
What?
in the summer.
I
Yeah.
love
Are you-
Alaska, man.
Are you gonna go
It's
and
awesome,
eat
dude.
fish and play with polar bears?
And
Yes.
penguins?
Alaskan
There are
salmon.
no penguins in Alaska.
What?
That's in Antarctica.
Oh.
Wow,
Wrong.
Mason.
Ice place.
Wrong
Wrong
ice place.
Yeah.
There's polar bears in Alaska?
Yes, in the North Pole. That's where all the polar bears are in the north. All the penguins are in the south.
But
Read a
Alaska?
book. Yeah, Alaska's up in north.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
there's
it's not the North
bears.
Pole.
There's bears. I don't know.
You know
they're
what? This
polar.
is why the internet was made.
I know there's Kodiak and grizzly and brown
Our-
bears.
Alaska is part of the North Pole?
No,
It's in the
Alaska
north.
is part of the United States.
I know that.
Look, that's the first Google search. Are there bears in Alaska? It better
Are
just
there
say
polar
yes.
bears?
Well,
in
yeah,
Alaska.
I'm sure there are
Of
bears.
course there are bears.
Oh, polar bears.
Okay, look at penguins. Dude,
Yeah, it says there are 2 main polar bear populations in Alaska.
Are there
Penguins.
we have
Are there-
penguins.
penguins? That's the second one.
Penguins.
Are there penguins in Alaska? No.
Shut up.
There are no penguins in
It
Alaska.
says that there has been found, that they have found
Dead.
Alaskan.
Penguins in Alaska. No, there are no penguins in
Oh,
Alaska.
okay,
Penguins
no.
are a product of the South. I told you. Did you not watch March of the Penguins with Morgan Freeman? He
No.
says that. He
I
goes,
didn't.
there are no penguins in the north.
That sounded
Yeah,
nothing
that's-
like Morgan Freeman.
It sounded like that in my head.
Well, sorry, I just thought it's a cold place with
That's
cold
racist, Mason.
animals.
That's racist. That's racist.
No. Whatever.
You know where I would like to go back to? Las Vegas, but I don't like flying.
Dude, I've only been
Why don't we road trip to Vegas?
Because that would take longer.
Long.
We would be so excited for the first 2 hours, and we gotta go.
Yeah.
Let's go to fly to an airport.
Dude,
To
I
fly
couldn't-
to an airport.
Go fly to an
Let's go
airport?
drive to an airport.
I couldn't
Fly.
even last like the freaking trip to Houston in the car with you guys. Like
I freaking hate
much
driving.
less driving like a day and a half to.
It won't take us a day and a half. It takes
Yeah,
us
it
18 hours to get out of Texas.
Yeah, and then whatever hours are left to.
And that's nothing, dude.
Just getting out of Texas is what sucks.
It's a day.
Yeah.
It's a day.
It's not a day.
Yeah, you do.
It took us 26.
Yeah,
It took us 26 hours
Okay,
to
there's
get from
24
here-
hours in a day.
to get from here to California to the coast.
Okay, so I'm talking about Las Vegas.
Sorry,
That's
cool guy.
less. That's like 4 hours less.
Sorry, Mr. Coast.
We're not fighting.
Whatever. It's a day.
Alright, this podcast is over. We're gonna go
We're
fight.
done. Get out of here, Mason. This is our podcast. Get out of here. You too, Alex. This is my channel. But
I get to stay.
That's
Mike gets
It's
to
gonna
stay.
change to Mike and Mike show.
copyright right there.
yeah,
No.
it's a copyright.
Mike and Mikey.
You know that-
Ooh.
You know that why I was never on the news show in school because we couldn't name it Mike and Mike in the morning.
Because
Well,
of that sports show.
That
right?
I said that just so I didn't want to be on it, so
Oh.
you guys wouldn't text me.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Oh, because you were on it with the other mic, right?
Yeah, so it was that other
Mm,
mic
yeah,
that I was with that I couldn't. Well, not that was not like we were gonna get copyrighted takedown and
Right.
no one even knows our school, but
Yeah.
it was just something where like I think Morris was like just trying to practice that, like don't do that, like so we never did it. We did it once, but we didn't name it Mike and Mike in the morning. Plus, I hated talking to people who worked with me there. I was no way I was gonna talk to a camera.
Were you nervous when you did it?
Was I nervous? Yes, because you know how badly I read. So having to read a prompter that's going like super slow and stopping. I ran the prompter, so I knew how fast to go.
Yeah.
Because I had already known how Mike talks, and I already known how who's the other person I forgot. Whoever was his co-host, like I already knew how they talked, and then the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Like I already knew how they talked, so I knew how fast to go.
Well,
The person who took my place didn't know how I talked or read, so I read like super slow and not fast. So he was like zooming past, and I was like, "Dude, you're going too fast."
we'll call him Dwayne.
I don't remember who it is.
Dwayne.
Oh, I remember Chris. Chris was the guy who was the green screen.
Oh yeah.
He took care of green screen, and then that Crystal girl, she ran audio. I'm trying to remember who else was there. Oh, another guy. Oh, he was a cameraman. I forgot his name, but I don't remember who else ran prompter or whoever it was. I thought it was one of the times that they went to a sport or something that they left.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the one who said you were hot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what's her
Oh,
name?
and I gotta say
Taylor.
her name.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that said you were hot.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was weird.
It was her, and then oh no, she quit. That's right, she left half the semester.
Oh.
Heck, I can't remember who it was. Whatever.
Was it Michelle?
Who cares?
Who's Michelle?
We'll call her.
Oh yeah, it was Michelle.
Yeah.
We'll call
Yeah,
her
it was.
Khaleesi.
Who's Michelle?
I know a lot of Michelles.
That's
Sorry.
true.
Yeah.
There is a lot.
So I was like, Michelle. Oh yeah, Michelle. Good thing she doesn't hear this. So,
We'll call her Bulma.
so yeah, Mason. So that's one of the things we've been wanting to do with new shows. Would you want a show? Do you want to do something in the channel? Because we want more stuff to do put on the channel, and then you one of our closest friends we want.
Mhm.
Is there anything you'd want to do?
Maybe. I have to think about it, definitely.
We should totally
Yeah.
pull like a spin-off of Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith and talk about
Yeah.
sports.
I would be down
That's-
for a sports
yeah.
show.
It's a good
Sports.
idea.
I do watch a lot of sports, football, basketball,
Yeah,
even soccer. So.
you
Yeah.
dude. Okay, so if you guys want to do that, like you two, you could even do it to where if you want to get Danny on, just have him like on Skype.
Danny
Yeah.
knows a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
would be
we can
good.
make it. There is something with like 3 guys. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause- yeah,
That'd be awesome.
that'd be totally cool.
Just, go at it.
Have a sports show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be really diverse. This whole channel thing.
Yeah.
Video
No
games,
joke,
be
man.
awesome.
Because if we
sports.
have just video games,
Well, I mean, me
And-
and Mike talk about video games all the time.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, come on, guys.
And
You know where the
movies.
real money maker's gonna be at
Oh,
my
yeah.
cooking shows. Nah, I'm just kidding.
No.
yeah. Well, who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe that his show would be the best one. Because I mean,
Probably. Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, all of us have really good ideas.
well, yeah, but not saying like it's gonna
I
be
mean,
like
it
the
doesn't
best
matter.
one. I'm just saying it'll probably be
No,
one
but I'm
that'll
pretty sure
high
anything we
views.
put out there is gonna be good. You know what I mean? I mean, all of us
Yeah.
have great ideas, so
and then we'll all be in all of the shows. But you know, I've always wanted to see what you'd want because like I know you're not in any of our videos, but like you're one of my closest friends, and this is something personal for me, and I want you guys to be on it. You know,
Yes.
especially since Mike, you had an idea wanting to do a cooking show. I was like, dude, that could be awesome to do it here with us on our channel. That way, we promote his channel.
Yeah.
He promotes ours. We make we're rich. We'll rich.
we rich.
We come.
rich.
We will.
We make channel love.
We make channel. Yes. So
We can
so
make
that's cool.
shirts
We can have that. And one of the things is that good thing you bring about shirts is like one of the things I had is when we were talking about making shirts
That's
is
true.
that we want to make like the Dumbacks shirt, which is that my logo here, and then have like on the arms like a patch, like another patch for the logo. So like for the podcast, I want to have like for me and Alex would be our podcast logo here.
Yeah.
For yours would be your sports shirt.
Oh, yeah.
For Mikey, be his cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd be like
that'd
you
be
get to
awesome.
promote. Yeah, see, that's and then you can even have like on the bottom like the channel link.
Write that down.
Already written, not on
Nice.
here though.
Yeah.
But like I had that idea and I was like, that's a good idea, you know, like
Written.
and even
Sorry.
and even if like it's just shirts for us, like that's something I want to do, and people will ask like, what's that? And then you'll be like, oh yeah, check out my
Subscribe right now.
subscribe right now,
Yeah.
make a YouTube account right now, give me your phone.
So yeah, it'd be cool because I'm not. I mean, I like the stuff you guys like as far as like video games and stuff, but I'm not really into all the superheroes and like the whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. I don't go too deep into all that stuff. So
And it's the
kinda
same
hard.
for me with
What a
sports.
noob.
Yeah.
And like it's like the funniest thing if you ever like sit down with us at a table is if there's any talk about like video games or superhero stuff, like Mason's like quiet.
Yeah.
But if it ever gets to the point where like you're talking about football or basketball or sports,
You
and it's just
Alex.
like it's just like I'm quiet, and it's just like, oh, man, I wish Alex was here.
Or you, or even if you and Alex are with us, like at Buffalo's, that always happens.
Yeah, like,
because we're always watching sports.
If it's basketball,
Well, yeah,
I mean,
basketball
I'll
you would chime in,
'cause I know-
but
'cause know
I mean
some stuff,
usually,
but majority is
yeah,
football.
like while
Fantasy
Danny was
football.
here,
yeah,
yeah.
fantasy
Dude,
football.
that
When
was
Danny was still
pretty
here,
crazy.
remember, dude,
Yeah.
like fantasy, and like we just like look and Mike and Alex would just be looking at us like shaking their heads because they like didn't
Me
know
and
what
Mike
we
would
were
be
talking about.
like video games.
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like, oh, did you see that new Hearthstone expansion?
Yeah,
I used to play Xbox with you all.
that's
A
true.
long time ago.
Well, I think you would. Well, I mean, like you had said, you don't have an Xbox One yet.
No.
I mean, eventually, hopefully, you will get one, right?
Yeah.
So-
Soon, but I used to play 360.
Oh, I mean,
with
you have a
guys.
PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to PlayStation.
Yeah.
PlayStation 1.
Gotta play Gears 4, man.
I know.
Yeah,
I was
it's
a
coming
boss
out on
at Gears
PlayStation.
3.
I know Mason's a huge Gears fan.
It's coming out for
Yeah.
PlayStation 4.
Oh, is
Just
it?
kidding. I don't.
I know.
That was probably another one of our good memories is all Gears. Well, I mean, never Gears with you guys was never good moments for me because I sucked so much at Gears.
Me too.
Like it's just like I was either I hated you guys because you guys were good and you guys wouldn't leave me alone about how much I sucked. So, but yeah, it was just like those memories. And now I wish, like now that I'm like not that I'm great, but I'm
You're way
major
better.
improvement from when
Yeah.
we played Gears 2. But then Gears 2 is
I
crap.
think
So
that was
Yeah.
that was the problem with me and Jason. Me and Jason were like, I guess because once I finally got my like Xbox. You guys already had Xbox Live, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For quite some time. So like when Jason first got his 360, like I was hooked on Halo 3.
Mm-hmm.
So like when Adrian tried getting me into Gears, I was like, I hate this game because
Yeah,
I sucked so bad. Like Mike said, like even now when I play with the guys, like I'm still the worst one, or like I'll come in clutch.
Yeah.
Out of like playing 10 games, like one game I'll be like amazing.
I know it was funny because when I was trying to see if I could get like your clips like through me, like if I can share them to my OneDrive or whatever. I was like, oh, where's this Gears clip? And you had one, and it was just like you walking like super far, and then you kill one person, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
No,
You
but
have
then,
one game clip.
remember
but-
I had that other game clip that you guys were laughing at. I had that little spree where
Oh,
I missed
yeah.
the guy. Like I shot at him 3 times and I didn't kill him. I think I killed like 3 people. I think that was like my best clip ever in Gears.
Dude,
Yes.
my game in high school, well, senior year, We would play Call of Duty.
Dude, Modern
the
Warfare
time.
2, yes.
Modern Warfare 2.
That's all we did. I don't know how I passed
hated-
senior year, honestly.
I hated playing with you because I was like, I would play by myself, kind of give myself a warm up game, and then you would join. I'd be like, dude, I just got like 20 kills, and you're like, oh really? And then I would have no kills. Like you take all of them. I was like, what the hell, man? Yeah, man. Just I remember that so much. Was like playing with you. Is just like I never could impress you. I remember we had that 1-on-1 sniper.
Yeah.
Dude, I miss those games. I hated
I
that
miss
Call
that
of
game
Duty
too.
sucked
Yeah.
after like
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 3 or even Black Ops.
Black Ops 2 or
Black-
was it the first one?
The first Black Ops was pretty good.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 was amazing.
Black Ops 2 was good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black Ops
that's
2
the
was
last
good.
one I played. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the one I remember playing the best. After that, like I don't know, Modern Warfare 3 sucked or something, and
Yeah.
then Advanced Warfare sucks.
They
Ghost
just,
sucks.
they just went downhill.
They all suck. My dad hates them. My dad's like, I buy them for my dad like every Christmas, and he's like, yeah, they no. My dad still goes back to play like Modern Warfare 2.
I know me and Mason would always have
I was gonna
one-on-one
say,
sniper battles.
yeah, those are
All the time.
All the time. And on that one map where it's like high grass, and we would just
Yeah.
like crawl everywhere.
That was freaking
I
great.
remember that like, hey Mason.
Oh, yeah.
Or we would like, hey, do you see me?
me?
Like, no. Like, I mean, I would have you on my crosshair the whole time, and I would like say, no, I don't see you, and then I'd just pop you in the head.
Yeah.
That
That's
was
freak. Oh, did you hear that? The new Battlefield game is gonna be. They're gonna take it back to World War One.
What?
Yeah, I guess they've like realized because like the best Call of Duty games was
The old.
the first ones. World at War was pretty good, and the second Call of Duty was
Yeah.
good.
Wasn't the first one called like Finest Hour or something like that? Call of Duty Finest Hour.
Probably.
It was like World War II.
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
I think I had a game called Call of Duty Finest Hour. This has been so long. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know. But I remember playing the first one. I think the only one I remember playing was Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, okay.
Because, like,
That was my
our
favorite.
Modern Warfare, the first one, Call of Duty 4.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the first one I played. And, like, my dad has all of them now. So I could always just look at, whatever it is. Look at it show and be like, oh, which one is it, the first one? Because I remember my dad, like, showing me a list of, like, the games he didn't have. He's like, here's a list of the gears. Here's the list of the Call of Duty ones I don't have. And I was like, oh, okay. And World at War was one of them, but I don't remember.
I never played World War.
I don't remember either, but I remember I think that's the first zombie one,
Yeah,
right?
a lot of people played it for zombies because it was pretty good. But yeah, like Battlefield 4, I think is gonna be going back to freaking what's it called to what did I say? World War One.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna take it back to World War One because I think like they've realized that like all these Call of Duty games going into the future like
Yeah.
They're
suck.
just sucking, dude.
So they're going back to when they first came out.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I love Call of Duty.
Well, yeah. Here to the Call of Duty one was called Finest Hour,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
remember that.
and apparently Call of Duty 2 is the big red one.
Yeah.
The
Wow,
first one,
okay.
remember, was it our senior year that everybody was playing it on the computers? It was a
Oh,
that one, right?
yeah,
Finest Hour?
yeah.
Dude, those are fun. And during Munoz's class,
Yeah.
we would
I
play
thought that
like
was awesome.
what was that? StarCraft.
StarCraft,
Oh, I wouldn't play that.
dude. I miss that game so much, man.
You haven't gotten back into it?
No, because I don't have a computer that runs it
Oh.
properly. But and then even if I played it with like the quality I had with playing it online, like people would get mad because it would have to bring theirs down as well,
Oh, okay.
and at the same speed I did. So it was like I would play with people and then they'd quit. It was like,
Well,
so you'd play 2-on-2, but then if you play 1-on-1, the person would leave. So I was like, oh well, no one wants to play with me. So
that was fun though. That's
That
all we
was-
would do in class.
and she was just like,
Whatever.
she like
about it.
stopped us one time, and then
Yeah.
we did our work, and then we learned every only one person does the work, then everyone copies it and puts name on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a college prep class.
That's true.
That was worth college hours. All we did was play video games
Yeah.
in that class.
That was great.
That's
It was a 2-hour class, and I remember I slept the whole 2 hours. The whole 2
Yeah,
hours.
dude, I remember that. I would only wake you up to go to the restroom during like the second period. You're like, ugh. And that's when Gay Mayo wanted to kick my ass.
Oh yeah, when I went to the restroom, right? That's
Yeah,
when he went up to you.
and Adrian was asleep.
Yeah.
Stupid.
If I would have been there, Mike, I
Dude,
would not have backed you up.
Yeah, you would have laughed at me like.
Probably.
I honestly would hope like, you know, he did something
Mm-hmm.
just to have an excuse to do something back.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because this brings you back to like, not brings you back, but like, you know how last podcast we were talking about dreams and stuff and like how I can't remember my dreams anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream the other night. That have you ever had those dreams where like you try punching something and it doesn't, like you can't punch it because it's like full force,
It
Dude.
does no damage.
like it does like nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I had this dream. There's this dude I don't like. He goes to my church.
Is it
Was his
Mikey?
name Mikey?
I had it for bio. He wrote too fast and I failed. No, like there's this dude. Like I don't hate him or anything. I just don't like him. Like, and like the other day we gave like awkward handshake and I was like, like I went for the handshake and he went for the like high five.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, he grabbed my thumb and I was like, he's like, oh, awkward, and I was like, but so I had a dream that he was like crying and like trying to hit me and it hurt. Like he was like punching me and crying and I was like, what the heck is he doing? And I was like, damn it. But in like that moment, like I had like the dream came lucid and I was like, always in my dreams I can't punch people, and I was like, and I like socked him in the face and he like knocked out and I was like, and I woke up and I was like, damn it. Every time I have a lucid dream, like I always wake up immediately.
Yeah, it's hard to grab those lucid dreams.
It's like when you realize it, you wake up.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
wow, that's the way you get. Like that's the only way you know it's a dream, is when you realize it's like it's a dream and you're like,
Yeah.
and then you wake up. It's like, why is that the trigger?
Yeah.
I've only had one like in my whole life where I've had one lucid dream where I realized it was a dream, but I didn't wake up, automatically. It didn't last long, but it wasn't like immediately you wake up, but it was still pretty cool. It was just weird, cause like as soon as I noticed it, like realized it was a dream, like everything went black, like it was like, whoa, and then like, yeah, I don't know.
I had a lucid dream, but it was the stupidest lucid dream and the most boring lucid dream. I was just like in my neighborhood, exploring my neighbor's house. Like, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go here now. It's like, cause I've never been in this house, so I'm gonna see what it looks like. So I was just going into people's houses.
That's
Wow.
amazing.
That's kind of cool, because then you create like that,
like what they would have
what
in
they
their
would
house.
have in their house. So like
Yeah.
you've never seen it, so your brain is just making stuff up. But that's cool. My first lucid dream I had, I was really small. I maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I was watching Ghost with
Patrick Swayze.
with Patrick Swayze,
Great movie.
and you know that part where that other ghost is like teaching him how to move items and stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember that, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. So in my dream, I had a dream that I was like chasing, like a horse was chasing me. I wasn't chasing anything. A horse was chasing me, and I fell, and it kind of like, as it was about to jump on me, it like flew away, and I was like, and then like this dude, like random dude, came up to me and was like, "You want to know how to do that?" And I was like I didn't know where I was, but I was like, yeah. So he's like, I was like, okay, and then like all of a sudden like I was like, I'm in my dream, and he's like, all right, he's like, you just gotta picture yourself as a bird, take off fly, and I was like. And I was doing this, and he was like, no. Don't flap your wings. Don't flap your hands like they're wings. Just pretend like you have wings and start flying. And I was like, so I was like running, and I was like, oh, I'll jump in the air, and I was like, ooh. I was like this, like far off the ground. And he was like, I was like dragging, I was like, I was like, oh. He's like, you're never going to learn if you don't believe. and that's like the Matrix stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But then he's like, and then he just like shot up into the sky, and I was like, oh, and I was like, okay, so like, I did the same thing. I just like jumped and just went straight up into the sky, and I was going too like far. I think I passed, and he was like, wait, and I was like, and then like I fell backwards, and I was just falling, and I was looking down at the ground. And I was like, I'm dead. I died.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna die in my dream. And then I hit the ground, and when I hit the ground, I fell off my bed.
Wow.
And that was my first lucid dream. After the other dreams I had a dream that, to prove I was in a dream, to see if I can take something from the dream world and bring it in to like real world. I like grabbed like a pair of like a lady's underwear. I was like, I grabbed it, and I was like, Nathan, wake me up! Nathan, wake me up! Nathan woke me up, and I was like, he's like, what happened? I was like, I didn't have anything in my hand. I was like, oh, I had my blankets in my hand, and I was like, it didn't go through. I don't think he remembers that because it was like 4 a.m. or something.
I tried doing that after watching the Freddy Krueger movie. Because in one of the Freddy Krueger movies, they do that.
Yeah.
Because in order to kill Freddy, you have to bring him into the real world.
Yeah.
They did it in the remake.
It was the remake, right?
Damn, dude, I just thought of something. We could have like a horror movie section because I love horror movies so much.
We could do like that mystery.
How about now?
Okay.
I was about to pull an idea for it. We should have like that mystery science theater, or we just watch like scary movies.
Yeah.
No, Alex already said no.
Yeah, that's right. I already said no. But yeah, they do that in the Freddy Krueger movie.
No,
Like,
no,
where
they don't.
They grab his hat, or like the chick grabs his hat, and then she wakes up and like she pulls it out in the dream. So like when I saw that, I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" Like, so I wanted to go to sleep so I could try to pull stuff out.
So like that was my dream, to see if I could pull something out, and it was like this lady was taking off her underwear, and she's like, oh, I was like, I grabbed this like, wake me up, and I didn't have it. And I was like, and then later I was like, why did I wake up? It was going somewhere. But yeah, so
That would be amazing. If I dreamed about like Scarlett Johansson, just grab her and wake up.
Yeah, right.
Right here.
Oh my god,
that'd be like,
that'd
whoa.
be awesome.
She'd be like, what the hell? Like, how'd I get here? But would that be real life Scarlett or dream Scarlett? So
That's a good question.
I don't know.
because that's Scarlett Johansson in the way you see her
Yeah.
in your mind.
True. So it would probably just be like the manifestation of your dream.
Yeah.
So
It'd
it
be
wouldn't be
kinda-
the real Scarlett
So then
Johansson.
would she just like disappear?
I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Yeah, whatever you want. I guess we wouldn't know because you can't pull stuff out of
I
your
know,
dreams.
right?
So there's no like scientific thing.
All right,
we
so
should-
that's the next segment. We use the dream, try to pull stuff out of your dream, and we'll monitor you.
Yeah,
Yes. I'm down.
we'll just tape a bunch of wires that don't mean anything to you,
Yeah,
just so it looks surreal.
take stuff to you. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just bring in like some chick who looks like her and just have you like hold her like. It's funny though, cause like, cause speaking of which of that, like I had a dream last night, I think it was, or the day before, or it could have been, yeah, I think it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
I had a dream that I was in like this weird like you know like those like insane asylum looking house, like a nursery home looking.
Yeah.
And it was like super like old, like people like people neglected it, so like nature took over the outside, but the inside was like clean. And it was like this scientist stole these dinosaur eggs so that he can clone them, like to make more. They were like fossils, so he cloned them, and they hatched, but they hatched into full grown triceratops, and they just like chased him, and I was like,
the little egg.
yeah, like well, the egg was like massive.
Oh, it was like
So-
a massive egg.
It was like
It was a
it was-
little tiny egg in a big triceratops.
no, it was like a massive egg, but it was like a full grown triceratops. It wasn't like a baby one. It had like the
Yeah.
horns and everything. And it was like chasing him, and I was like, oh, should I go after him? Like, I don't even know why I'm here. And it was just like but then I woke up and I was like, that's a weird dream. I'll write that down. I was like, I could talk about something now. So those are the only 2 ones I had. And I remember having other ones, but they're just like pictures. I can't remember why that person was there or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't have a crazy dream world when I sleep.
Yeah.
I mean, the only one I remember is I found buried treasure with my girlfriend, and that was amazing because you're set for life.
True.
You should have pulled that out of your dream.
Oh,
Instead, you pulled out, what is it, Scarlett Johansson?
Scarlett Johansson. No, I didn't.
No, well, that's cool. So we've talked about what you know, we have a sports thing coming up, we have a cooking thing coming up, we have our podcast, we have games that we're going to play. Speaking of that, like, because I do kind of want to do what I was showing you earlier, like we could probably bring in an Xbox or something, play something, record that while we're talking, and it could be one person playing while we're talking, and we can just like either do that, or we can do a computer game, we can do whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the games, because I've been wanting to play it, and I had wanted to play it like months ago, which was Far Cry Primal, and I know that Mikey got it.
Yep.
So how is it?
It's.
I told you not to tell me anything.
It sucks.
It's awesome. I don't want to get too much detailed into it because, like Mike says, he wants to play it. But
Well, I mean, you can tell me because I pretty much
like,
seen it.
I love it.
How's your?
It's different.
Yeah. Have you
I
played
think-
any of the other Far Cry's?
No, this is actually like my first Far Cry
So
I've
how
ever
do you know
played.
it's different?
It's different.
No,
like,
different.
like-
Different. You didn't let me
No.
finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Different from what I'm used to playing. I'm used to playing like first person shooters like Call of Duty, Destiny. I do play Gears with the guys, but of course I suck. So I mean I do play Madden and 2K too, but
Yeah, that's true because you don't play a lot of like RPG. Right?
yeah,
So-
I don't. Not really.
Is this considered RPG? Right. Yeah.
So
right.
is Grand Theft Auto, right? Well, I mean,
Grand
no,
Theft
is it?
Auto
Not
is a
really, right?
sandbox, so
Yeah,
it's
Grand Theft
technically
Auto
not an
sandbox.
RPG.
Not an RPG.
But like Far Cry Primal, like those are the games like I like playing. I-
Yeah,
But-
I really like. I think. Well, I guess I could get into that later, but I really like it because I mean it's primal. Like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
literally dealing with mammoths, saber-toothed tigers. It's just like it's totally different, I guess, from all the other games that I'm used to playing. Because, like, obviously, like you guys said, like all the Call of Duties, they're trying to like get too far into the future.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I was telling Mike like I've been wanting to buy a new game. I'm actually waiting for the Division to come out, see if I'm gonna like it and probably buy it. But
I'll
think
tell
I was-
you. I'll tell you from experience, playing that game for 5 minutes. It's alright.
You already. Oh yeah, you had. You
I played
you
the
beta, right?
I played the
yeah,
beta.
but I think it's because you said you need it. It's much.
it's
fun.
better if
It's
you play
better,
with a group.
yeah.
Mm.
I played the beta for 5 minutes. I played like the first like tutorial. I turned it off. I went to. It was like late at night already. It was like when after we played Gears, I was like, I just wanted to see what it was.
Mhm.
I downloaded it, played it for 5 minutes, and I was like, I'm going to bed. Turned it off. Woke up. I got an email saying, "Thanks for playing the beta. The beta is now closed." And I was like, "What? Really?"
It's kind of, I guess since we've only played it since Alex doesn't play it, it'd be kind of like Destiny. Destiny's not kind of, you can play by yourself, but in order to get good stuff, you have to play with your friends. And honestly, we know because we've beaten Oryx
Yeah.
with Ricky and Roy and Ray. I mean, without them, we wouldn't have some of the stuff that we have right
Yeah.
now. But it's basically like Destiny. No, but back to Far Cry Primal. Yeah, it's so like I was telling Mike, I was honestly looking for a game. I didn't know what game I wanted to buy, and I saw it. So I went around the internet, looked up some of the what are they called
The review.
reviews. I saw one that was like a 7.9, which is pretty good for me. So I went to go look up some gameplay, liked it, and downloaded it. And I've been honestly playing it since Sunday, and it's like you can't. There's not too much. There's never for me. It's like there's never not enough for you to do in the game, because like I was telling Jason earlier, I think when we were at Adrian's, like you have the main missions, and then of course you have like your side missions. There's a lot to do in the game. I think the only two things I was saying is I don't like that you can't create your own character. If
No.
they had like let you create your own character and possibly like let you play online, like something like Grand Theft Auto, where like let's say all four of us created a player and like we could go around hunting and taming, because in the game, that's another thing. Sorry, I forgot to mention is you're able to tame wild animals. So, like, one day you could be like hunting in the game and a freaking leopard comes up to you and like you throw like, since you hunt, you obviously have meat, so you like throw a little like deer meat ball on the floor and you hold X, I think, and like you tame the animal, and it's cool because your animal's always by your side. If you crouch, like the animal crouches too, and like you can send it to go attack people. So that's another thing fun about the game.
It's kind of like the Skyrim and
yeah.
Fallout 4.
That's honestly what I was telling Jason. I was like, it's if you like Skyrim, it's kind of like that, but I mean, primal.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what would you call?
It's awesome.
So does this Far Cry have a multiplayer or no?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, no?
Not that I know of. Yeah, I just saw that single player. That's the only two takeaways that I don't like about it is.
Bless you.
Thank you. Is that you can't create your own character, which I think would be awesome, and like letting you play online, like I said, with your friends, hunting or going and killing a tribe. I think that would be another sweet thing. Is like you're already in a tribe. It'd be cool to start up your own tribe too, I guess. But honestly, I'd give the game like if not an 8.5, like a 9. I honestly recommend the game for you guys. I honestly recommend it, especially for Mike and Alex, because I know you guys love playing Skyrim. Not that it's better than Skyrim, because honestly Skyrim's so awesome, but it's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like we said, if you wanted to play a game like Skyrim, we definitely would have played Fallout 4.
Yeah,
literally, dude. Like,
I think that just might be my next game. Honestly, it was like a tie between Fallout 4 and Primal, Far Cry Primal, but I ended up going with Far Cry Primal because it was newer and I just wanted to experience something different.
I played Fallout 4 today. You know, the last time I played it was in November.
Wow.
That was the last time I played Fallout 4. And that means like December and January, I hadn't played it. I was playing it today, literally forgot everything. I was like, I don't even have like that urge to loot things anymore. I was just killing people and running.
That's another thing in Primal. You get to loot stuff.
Dude, looting stuff in other games is nothing
you
compared.
A lot of stuff.
Is nothing compared to what you do in Fallout 4. I literally felt like a hoarder, and I was, because everything you just like. There's a wrench on the floor, pick it up. There's a hammer, pick it up. A screw, pick it up. It's like ammo, pick it up. That guy's wearing clothes, pick it up. Just like I just like threw everything in a chest and like went back out. Like, dude, literally, I would take everything out, put on the lightest clothes, empty out everything in my inventory. I only had like one weight, and then go till I was full again. And I had the perk all the way up so I could still run when I was full, and fast travel, so I would fast travel back home. Dude, man, I could make anything in that game, and now I like don't know how to play.
Fast travel too in Far Cry Primal. Now that you're seeing that.
Yeah, so like I definitely recommend Fallout 4. Just don't get in that. It's hard for me now to like go back in and finish it, and I want to finish it. It's such a good game.
Yeah, they really changed the game with that dynamic that like now, because in Fallout 3 and New Vegas, like, you know, all that shit was useless.
Yeah.
So it's like you had no use for like the cups or, you know, the aesthetic shit that they had there. So it's like, but now everything is useful. Like you could turn everything into scrap and use it from your weapon mods or armor mods and stuff like that.
So that goes to what we were saying earlier when we talk about video games. Mason's really
still here, guys.
But I mean,
I guess we're like
already at the time now. We have good stuff. Still had more on our list, but you know that's saved for next time.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah.
Mason, you liked it? What were your thoughts on your first podcast?
Yeah, I mean it was fun. I enjoyed talking and looking forward to doing it again. So yeah, whenever you guys want me to.
Yeah, well, that's also to you
Never.
also whenever you can. So
yeah,
whenever you can, let us know and we'll schedule another time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess before we close off, so like we said, probably I think remember in the beginning we were saying we wanted to change the name of the podcast. We had ideas, so before we close off, I want to give out Well, I've already told you the ideas of what we had, right? Mason gave me a good idea for renaming the podcast to, it was Pizza Podcast and Chill, because that's usually what we do. Before we do the podcast, we would go get pizza and then do a podcast, which our first one you could probably hear us eating and drinking.
Yeah.
But so I was telling Mason that I wanted to, like, when you said that, like, Pizza Podcast and Chill, I was like, dude, that sounds like a cool thing to make to name the podcast. And I was telling Mikey, he was like, I like it. And I told Alex I made a logo for it, and I was like, oh, it sucks. Blah, blah.
Alex hates everything.
But
well, no, I mean, I didn't like the.
He liked it at first, and then I showed him the logo, and he was like, oh, it sucks. I don't want it. And I was like,
no, it's not because I saw the logo. It's just that, like, after thinking about it, I was like, I don't know if I really want to have, like, pizza in there, because
we could have been sponsored by pizza places. But no, I mean, like anything, I did look it up. There already is a Podcast and Chill. There's already a Pizza Party podcast. So when you type in Pizza Podcast and Chill, those are the two channels that come up, and it's like, no. And as much as I don't want to change the name, it's kind of something we, especially when we're going to expand to new, like, more more, more shows more segments that we're creating. I don't want it just to be like, oh, this is Dumbacks Cooking, this is Dumbacks Sports, and it's just like, I mean, the name we did kind of agree with, like, what, you wanted?
Dumb. Just
dumb.
leave it at dumb.
We'll just leave it at dumb. The
Dumb podcast.
Dumb podcast, which is cool. I mean, it's there isn't, like I said, there's not a point to it yet. It's just us talking, like, randomly about video games, dreams, movies, sports.
What if we just put, like, Dumb Stuff Podcast?
Dumb Stuff Podcast?
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll think of something else, but that's pretty much the thing. Once we figure out what Mikey wants to name his, what Mason wants to name his, we'll have a better idea.
That's true.
What we want to name the
we
podcast.
could figure out a name from them too.
Oh, I have an idea. What if they name something like that's part of the Dumbacks, and each letter is the thing, like the D would be the Dumb Podcast, and then maybe Mikey wants to name it the Ukulele Cooking Show. I don't know. Mason's
The
Sports Show.
Ukrainian cooking show.
B would be.
Oh, like actually spell it.
Yeah, Dumbacks, like our, who knows, whatever. But so yeah, we have ideas to change the name, just to something, not just branding our one channel. So yeah, that's what we have for now.
Cool. So I guess this is where we'll end it. So.
Yeah. So
Mikey.
Mason, thanks for hanging out with us today.
Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, and thanks for hanging out, Mason.
Mikey.
That's one of the things I hate, is that I don't know why it's always Mason's name. I always call you Mason, and if I say Mason's name again, Mason's name comes back out again. So thank you, Mikey and Mason, for coming out. Maybe next time they will come up, maybe not as guests, they'll be part of, like I said, our audience. So yeah, thank you guys for being here with us today.
I was forced to be here. Nah, I'm just kidding.
But
yeah, I had a good time.
So yeah, anything else you guys want to do? Any shout outs or anything? No? Okay.
No.
Shout out to my Danny up there in San Antonio.
Yeah, Danny, we miss you.
Miss you,
yeah, Danny. We miss you too, man. Mason, any shout outs?
No, not really. Just Danny. Yeah, we miss y'all.
Yeah.
Miss
Well,
y'all.
actually, whoever else isn't in the video, so Adrian, Jason, Marco.
Not Marco.
I'm not forgetting anybody, right?
I
Just
think you got it all. So.
yeah. I mean, of course, any of my friends and family, if you guys are watching,
Yeah.
So be sure
like,
to,
share, and subscribe, please.
Yeah, be sure to like and comment. All my family who watch it and like it as well, like, they are awesome, supportive. So
That's great. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so-
don't forget to
and
like
if-
and subscribe.
And if any more of my family is listening to this, make a YouTube channel, subscribe, show more support.
Yes. Make a bunch of fake accounts and subscribe.
All right, and then we'll be back with episode 6, and we'll see. We'll have a new name, or we'll have another guest, or who knows?
Yeah, who knows? I don't know. Do you know? I don't know.
Nope.
Nobody knows.
God knows.
I know.
God knows.
All right, guys. Well,
All right. So
that's it.
see ya.
We'll see you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Laters. Wow.